I spy with my little eye a brand new unboxing from DIY. Hey guys, Jessica here with Tiny Worlds of Wonder, stopping in to share a new unboxing from DIY Moon Shop. Now I know this doesn't look like the DIY Moon that you've seen before because they're shipping out in boxes now, but I wanted to show you before I took it all apart. Here's what it came looking like. I was really confused when I came home and I saw this laying on my porch and I was like, I didn't order any canvases. I didn't order any canvases, and then I realized it was DIY Moon. And of course I ordered canvases because I always order canvases from DIY Moon. Now, before I get very far in this unboxing, I have to tell you that I'm an affiliate for DIY Moon Shop, otherwise known as Die Moon Shop. I've always wondered why we call it Die Moon Shop sometimes, because DIY stands for do it yourself, DIY. Anyway, I'm an affiliate for DIY Moon Shop or Die Moon Shop, whatever you call it. And when you make a purchase using the link in the description below and enter code Tiny Worlds of Wonder at checkout, I do earn a small commission. That's never anything I have expectations about, but the money I earn from that does go back into investments for the channel. Sometimes canvases to show you, but also sometimes like giveaway shipping and things like that. So it's really, really helpful. If you're ever in the mood to make a purchase from DIY Moon, you have something on your wish list, and you just think, hey, Tiny Worlds of Wonder entertains me sometimes. I'm gonna throw that code in there. Then muchas gracias. I really appreciate it. So you guys, I have heard kind of mixed reviews about like this move to the box thing that DIY Moon has done. I think honestly, anytime a company makes a change in anything, there are going to be some people who are like, change is scary no matter what kind of change. There are going to be some people who are like, if the change is positive, it's great. And they're really like objective about it. And then there are going to be some people who don't even notice. So I try to be in the camp in the middle. Like, if it's a good change, then all the better. And I think this has to be a more efficient move for DIY Moon. I can't imagine how much time it took to individually wrap all those canvases. My only hope with this is that because packaging can sometimes limit canvas size, that we do have like still a large size option on a lot of our canvases, like 60 by 80 and larger, even though this box won't fit a 60 by 80. That's my only hope. I do think the box looks very professional and polished, and I'm a fan of the box idea. I really am. So you guys, these canvases have been on my wish list for a long time, like since I started diamond painting. Oh, it's an airplane. Very low flying airplane and a very long airplane. 10 minutes later. One's been on my wish list forever. The other one was a fairly recent release from Margaret Morales, and I just knew I had to have it. So here we go. We're gonna do them in random order because unless I assume there's a picture on the end, but I'm not gonna look. We're just gonna grab one and see what comes out first. All right. So here's what the new packaging looks like, which I really like. I really like it. I really like it. I think it looks very polished, and these are gonna be so much easier to store stuff in than having to put like my drills in a container, like a Rubbermaid container, and then store my canvases flat in a portfolio. This is gonna be so handy. So thumbs up so far. Our canvas is kind of velvety on the back. Oh, okay, I know which one it is. All right, this has been on my list for a long time. A long time. That's so beautiful. This canvas is called The Blooming of Yvet by Margaret Morales. I got this in a 50 by 63. I love that a lot of the canvases in Margaret Morales's collections are in this kind of medium size, the 50 by 60-ish range, because they're so easy to finish at that size. Look at that. Oh, the skin tone is gorgeous. I'm so excited. I can see starting this one like in the late winter when I'm so ready for spring to happen. My box did get just a little tiny bit crunched on the corner. That's what you're seeing on the edge here, but am I worried about it? No, because it's poured glue and It's gonna be fine. This canvas fabric, now that I've had a few of these newer releases, is so flexible that it really lays flat pretty easily. Okay. There we go. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. So there's the whole canvas, really modest size, right? Really doable size. If you love pink, I admit, I love pink. This is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes I find that it's way more effective to insert some distance views here, so I'll make sure I do that so you guys can really see what this is gonna look like. Oh my gosh. 38 colors, which I think for this largely pink and purple canvas is probably sufficient. So pretty. Oh my goodness. I love it. Gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. That's why it's been on my wish list. Totally worth being on my wish list. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay. Let's take a peek at the drills for this one. This is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Now, if I had one suggestion for DIY Moon going forward, not that they need my suggestions, they don't. They very kindly take them. They very kindly accept my feedback. I know they don't need it because they know what they're doing. But I would say bringing this inventory sheet kind of up to a little higher quality would impact the impression that their canvases give. But of course, this is a very effective inventory sheet. There's no reason why it doesn't work. So again, from an objective standpoint, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. All right, we do have pre-bag drills, which I'm very excited about. I love pre-bag drills. You guys know. You know I love pre-bag drills. Look at all the shades of pink. This is gonna be so much fun. Of course, we have everything from our beautiful lady skin tone pinks to purples to more fuchsia tones, salmons, like every shade of pink you could possibly want. If you love pink, like I love pink, this canvas is for you. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Okay, our toolkit came with a couple things. Now this has changed a bit, so I'd say this is a little bit more industry standard toolkit now, which is of course not a problem at all. We have a wax container, which is cute. Nice, you could refill this with this if you wanted to. I bet, like, if you run out of this wax, you could just like poke out another circle of wax, keep it in there. Sometimes these sealed containers keep your wax from drying out. And I do have some of these pink waxes that have gotten a little dried out. It's taken a number of years for that to happen, so those can be handy. And then we have a clear pen with a 3-placer, a 9-placer, a squishy, a good pointy pair of tweezers, the only kind that work anyway, and then our nice little drill boat. So everything you guys need to get started. If you don't have any tools in your stash yet, you'll get some tools in this kit. Now, DIY Moon symbols are, for the most part, in my experience, alphanumeric. And so one thing that I have done for my DIY Moon kits is basically just kit up once with the symbols that kind of come standard on your DIY Moon kits, and then I've just left those symbols on my container. So I can use the same containers over and over, and it's kind of like I already have the symbols labeled on them. I don't have to start fresh every time. And then I just keep my inventory sheet so that when I'm kitting down, I know which symbol was which color for that canvas. Since I do a lot of DIY moons, that has made a difference. There's a bee. There's a bee in here. I'm a little slow on the draw with the AB today. That's fabulous. Okay, I forgot to even look for AB. This kit has AB 819, but it also has regular drill 819. So you can choose to do your drills, your pink drills, in either the AB version or the regular version. That's so cool. That really sets DIY Moon apart. You get the choice of whether you want to do those ABs or not, and so you really get to customize your canvas. I love that. I love that about them. I do kind of want to see where this 819 goes. It's symbol 8. So there is symbol 8 charted in her skin, and I've talked to you guys before about how I would never put AB like in a skin tone, but there's also 8s up in some flowers up here where an AB would look really, really nice. Really nice. There's a little bit in the background here. I'd say, I personally, if I'm going to use AB, would probably do it in the flowers. That'd be really pretty. That'd be really, really pretty. 819 is probably honestly one of my favorite shades of AB. I love this pink. All right, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. This one, I knew when Margaret released her kind of latest round of art with DIY Moon, I knew I had to have this one. So this is Hades and Persephone by Margaret Morales. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Okay, let me roll it back. Now I admit I was a little bit nervous when I saw the biggest size on this one was this 50 by 60-ish. Let's see, it's 50 by 65. But as I look at the rendering here, I don't feel nervous. Of course, you can never tell really till you have drills on, but look at that. The faces look nice and clear. That's so cool. So you guys, I knew I had to have this canvas because my daughter does a lot of theater, and last spring, right around the time they released this canvas actually, she played Hades. Yes, she played Hades in a play, in an original play. And it was a really great play. We had a blast watching it. She got to be like the evil seductress character, and she was eerily convincing, let's just say. So this is a great memento of that time in our lives. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. This has Margaret Morales' usual kind of slightly anime inspired watercolor, which is so lovely. If you guys don't follow Margaret Morales on Instagram, head over there. Head over there and do it, because she has a YouTube channel as well, which is well worth subscribing to, but oh my gosh. Watching her process unfold in some of her reels is just so fun. She's very, very talented. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's gorgeous. Of course, I'll take you out for a long view so you can see much better than under my glaring lights here. Oh, lovely. I'm so glad that I got this. I'm so glad that I got this. And like I said on the other one, I'm so glad that these Margaret Moraleses, so many of them translate, I think, really well to this kind of medium size, because you can roll through a few of them. And for me, I'm very slow. I work a lot. Having a canvas that's 70 by 90 is so daunting. And these are really fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, let's look at the drills on this bad boy. This, of course, is going to have a very different color palette. So here is our inventory sheet. 36 colors in this one. DIY Moon's canvases always used to have 45 colors. Like 45 was the standard. They've dropped that a bit recently. The message I got about that was that there were just some colors that maybe only had a few drills. They were kind of extraneous. This also has an AB 819 and a regular 819. So there's our AB 819. There's our 819. That'll be nice. I assume it's going to be in some florals. So more blues, purples, grays, navies in this one. And then I assume our Persephone is going to have the softer, more pastel colors. But let's take a peek. I always want to see where the AB goes. The letter E goes, yeah, in her flowers, in the flowers in her hair here. There's a whole bunch of letter E here. Some letter E in her dress here. And the flowers here, kind of in like the highlight points in her dress, I would say. So that, I think that's a great use of AB. If you guys, like I said earlier, you get the choice in whether you want to do that or if you want to just use the normal drills. But I think in those areas, it could look really awesome. Hey, Sophia, come here. Look at the new Margaret Morales I got. Ooh, this is Hades and Persephone. And this one. This is the one Sophia was like, why do you not get the one you love? That's the one you said it's kind of like Art Nouveau. What do you think?
I like it.
Nice!
I like the color scheme.
The color scheme is gorgeous, isn't it? Sophie is my artist daughter, so she revels in my diamond painting art a little more than my other daughter, which is super nice. I have somebody to be excited with. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna take you out for 1,000,000 long views. These are absolutely gorgeous. You guys, there's a reason why DIY Moon is one of my very favorite shops. Their pieces, I feel like every time I finish one, I have legit finished a work of art, and I know that it's licensed and I feel good about it. I'm happy. I'm so happy for them that they continue to grow, that they continue to change how they do business, that they continue to, I think, develop into a mature company. It's really, really exciting. And the art is just outstanding. Thanks so much for hanging out today, guys. Thanks for sharing in my excitement about these canvases. Every time I get a new canvas, I'm like, oh, I have to show it on the channel because I'll have some people to be excited with. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for sharing my excitement about my beautiful new Margaret Morales canvases. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. As always, spread some joy wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.